There is an AI tool sitting on over 430 million computers right now. Not something you need to download, not something you need to sign up for. Something that is already there, already installed, already waiting to be used. It is called Microsoft Copilot, and the vast majority of people who have it have either never opened it or have no idea what it can actually do. In this video, I am going to change that. I am going to walk you through exactly what Copilot is, what it can do inside the apps you already use every day, how it compares to tools like ChatGPT, and what it actually costs to unlock the full experience. Let's get into it. Microsoft Copilot is Microsoft's AI assistant. It is built directly into Windows, into the Microsoft 365 app suite, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Teams, and into the Edge browser. The idea is that instead of switching between your work apps and a separate AI tool, the AI is already sitting inside the tools you are already using. You are writing a document in Word and you need help improving a paragraph. Copilot is right there. You are looking at a spreadsheet in Excel and you need to make sense of the data. Copilot is right there. You are in a Teams meeting and you need a summary of what was decided. Copilot generates it automatically when the meeting ends. The integration is the whole point. This is not a standalone chatbot. It is AI woven into your existing workflow. Over 90% of Fortune 500 companies have now trialed or deployed Microsoft 365 Copilot, which tells you how seriously the business world is taking this tool. And with more than 430 million people using Microsoft 365 apps, the potential audience for Copilot is larger than any other AI platform on the planet. The question is not whether this tool is relevant, it is whether most people are actually using it to its potential. The honest answer right now is no, and that is what this video is here to fix. Let me start by clearing up something that confuses a lot of people, and that is the difference between the versions of Copilot, because Microsoft has structured this in a way that is not immediately obvious. There are essentially three tiers. The first is Copilot Free, which is available to anyone at copilot.microsoft.com or through the Copilot app on Windows, iOS, and Android. It gives you a capable general-purpose AI assistant. You can chat with it, ask questions, generate text, create images, and get help with everyday tasks. It is powered by the latest OpenAI models, including GPT. You do not need a Microsoft account, and you do not need to pay anything. For general use, casual questions, and getting a feel for AI, this is a perfectly good starting point. The second tier is Copilot Pro, which costs $20 per user per month. This is designed for individuals who want Copilot integrated into their personal Microsoft 365 apps, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, and OneNote on their personal or family subscription. It gives you priority access to the latest AI models during peak times, higher usage limits, and the ability to use Copilot directly inside your Office apps. So if you have a Microsoft 365 personal or family subscription, and you want AI working inside your documents and spreadsheets, this is the plan you need. The third tier is Microsoft 365 Copilot, which is the business and enterprise version. For businesses with up to 300 users, the Copilot business plan is currently available at a promotional price of $18 per user per month, billed annually, running through June 2026. The standard price after the promotion ends is $21 per user per month. For enterprise customers on Microsoft 365 E3 or E5 plans, the Copilot add-on is $30 per user per month. This is the version that unlocks deep integration with your organization's data. Your emails, your Teams conversations, your SharePoint files, your calendar, and gives Copilot access to that context when generating responses. The difference between the free tier and this version is significant. Copilot Free is working from general web knowledge. Microsoft 365 Copilot is working from your actual work data, which makes its outputs dramatically more relevant and useful. Now let me walk through what Copilot actually does inside each of the main Microsoft 365 apps, because this is where the real value is. In Word, Copilot can draft documents from scratch based on a prompt, rewrite and improve existing text, summarize long documents into key points, and on paid plans, pull content from your other Microsoft 365 files to populate a document automatically. You can open a blank document, describe what you need, and watch Copilot build it for you. Agent Mode, which rolled out to Word in January 2026, goes further. Copilot can now work through a document iteratively, making edits, restructuring content, and refining language over multiple steps based on your ongoing instructions, rather than just responding once and stopping. In Excel, Copilot can analyze data in your spreadsheets, identify patterns and trends, generate charts and visualizations from natural language requests, and write and explain formulas. Instead of manually building a pivot table or writing a complex formula, you describe what you want in plain English, and Copilot builds it for you. Agent Mode in Excel works similarly. You can give it a complex analytical goal, and it works through the spreadsheet progressively, making changes and explaining each step. In PowerPoint, Copilot can generate complete presentation decks from a prompt or from an existing document, pulling in branded templates, images, and structured slide layouts automatically. If you have a report in Word or data in Excel, Copilot can transform that content into a slide deck without you manually building each slide. It can also redesign existing presentations, add speaker notes, and restructure slide order to improve the narrative flow. In Outlook, Copilot is genuinely one of the most practical productivity tools in the whole suite. It can summarize long email threads in a single click, so you can catch up without reading every message. It can draft email replies in your writing style. It can flag action items from a thread and create tasks. And in January 2026, Microsoft added voice catch-up mode. You can open Copilot in Outlook on your phone, tap voice catch-up, and Copilot will summarize your unread emails out loud and walk you through replies, deletes, and actions completely hands-free. In Teams, Copilot generates automatic meeting summaries as soon as a meeting ends, including who said what was decided, and what actions were assigned. You can ask it questions about what was discussed after the fact, and it will pull answers from the meeting transcript. For anyone who sits in a lot of meetings, this feature alone is worth serious attention. The biggest headline feature in 2026 across all of these apps is what Microsoft is calling the Agent Mode expansion. Prior to this, Copilot was reactive. You prompted it, it responded, and that was the end of the interaction. Agent Mode changes this by allowing Copilot to take on multi-step tasks autonomously, making decisions and taking actions across multiple tools and files to complete a goal you have set. You could ask it to compile information from several documents, cross-reference it with your calendar, and draft a briefing document, and it will work through each step without you manually directing every action. This is the direction the entire platform is heading, and it makes Copilot significantly more powerful than it was even 6 months ago. A few things worth being honest about before you decide whether this is the right tool for you. First, the free version is useful, but limited. If you want Copilot working inside your Office apps with awareness of your files and emails, you need a paid plan. Second, the pricing structure is genuinely confusing because Microsoft has created multiple overlapping tiers with different names and different prerequisites. The short version is free for general chat, $20 a month for personal Office integration, $18 to $21 per user per month for business use. Third, Copilot is not the most capable AI model available. Tools like Claude and ChatGPT are ahead on raw reasoning and conversation quality. But Copilot's advantage is not the model, it is the integration. If your work life lives inside Microsoft 365 and you want AI that understands your documents, your emails, and your meetings without you copying and pasting anything, nothing else does that as seamlessly as Copilot. That is Microsoft Copilot, the most widely distributed AI tool in the world, and one that is getting meaningfully more powerful with every monthly update. If this video was useful, hit the like button and subscribe. We cover a new AI tool every week, and I want to hear from you. Do you use Microsoft 365 at work, and have you tried Copilot yet? Drop it in the comments. Next up, I am covering Grok, the AI built by Elon Musk's xAI, which just went from almost nobody using it to nearly 18% of the US AI market in just over a year. Subscribe so you do not miss it. See you in the next one.